Florida's newest and best in radio, Sunshine Radio 96.7 FM.
American Veterans Alliance, WVET Online Radio.com. Well, here we are again. We want to thank everybody for tuning in. Of course, this is your voice for veterans. And guess what? We're back from a long time run vacation. I had 11 states. I can't tell you what I saw in either one of them, except a lot of trees. Florida does not have trees. The South does. We're going to name the South the cities of trees. Guess what? This is Keith, the boss of the beach. And we're at Radio St. Pete online. And want to thank everybody for tuning in. And of course, it's the partners of 96.7 FM. We want to say that again one more time. We at Radio St. Pete online. And we want to thank everybody for tuning in. And guess what? We're right here at 96.7 FM, the Sunshine radio station. We are glad to have you this morning. I'm going to tell you something. Choose VA. On my trip, I was able to find something called Choose VA. Pulled it up for our South Florida group, and we're going to play just a little video from YouTube in a few minutes, just to enhance this week's show. But I want to send a shout out, of course, to all of our listeners, and a shout out to Joe and the team that has put together this radio station for St. Petersburg and the surrounding area. We thank you, and we're grateful to be able to make sure that our veterans are being heard. We got a lot of other good shows on this station, so I want everybody who listens to tune in all day long and get a chance to experience something very special about radio. A lot of people think that radio is gone, but it's with the vengeance. It is not gone. It just went quiet for a while. It come along with radio. Now, you veterans, we're going to go over items this week that we know all of you are interested in. And number one, disability. We have a lot of veterans who have small disabilities, medium disabilities, and large disabilities. But the Veteran Administration has put together a program for disability. Veterans may benefit from disability compensation, learn about and apply for a VA disability benefits. And you can do that, of course, right there at your local VA. Wherever you are, be sure to remember that there is something being put together every day to combat the problems of the disabilities that are coming back from all of our wars. We want you to pay attention and take a chance. If you're not a veteran, but you know a veteran, you're family members of a veteran, or you're what we call sidekicks, people who believe in the we support vets too, all come together. Let's step out and do something special for the veterans who are back with disabilities. Remember, all are welcome. When you come to the VA, everybody is welcome. If you happen to be at a VA, be patient, and be a little bit more patient as we learn to get better handle on what we know is time management. A lot of people come a long way to spend down at a VA, and they don't want to have to spend all day to get a yes or a no, or get a bad diagnosis, or even get a good diagnosis. It only took 30 seconds when you waited 5 hours. We're going to get a handle on that because we're opening up satellite locations right around the state. And I know some of our friends passed a couple of satellite locations, not being sure of what it represented. We want to let you know if there's a satellite location being opened up close to you, you can tune in, of course, to WVET Online Radio.com, anywhere in this area, and we will help you find a small satellite location that is fully supported by your VA. Take time, learn in your community how you can get help, and we will be there to help you. Of course, let's go on to something else. Education and training. VA benefits can help veterans further their education and get career training. Learn more about and apply for VA benefits today. Learn more about your education. You know, with all of these young men coming back from Afghanistan now that this war has been shut down mostly, we want to say that we think that the best way to get all of the information necessary is to start with education. Now, education is a learning process. You're going to relearn some things that you thought you knew. You're going to learn some new things that will guide you through some of the new industries. A lot of you guys went away, especially you all had long-term deployments, went away and the big jobs are gone. The little jobs are gone. Entrepreneurship is up. And the new companies, the brand new companies, or the old companies who revamped themselves, have set up a whole new way of doing things. Many years ago, I had a Sears catalog. It influenced me years later to go get a job at Sears. It made a difference. Now, everybody knows that the fastest growing corporate structure now on the planet is this Amazon group. For all of those who've been around a while, you know that Amazon is nothing but the Sears, Penny's, Montgomery Ward catalog put on the internet. You can get anything shipped to you. You could get anything shipped to you with the Sears catalog. You can see all the pages as you turn. You could see all the pages as you turn with the Sears catalog. Now, all of our older veterans remember how the Sears catalog was given out free to make sure that those Army people coming back, Navy, Marines, Air Force, and of course our Coast Guard, had direct access to supplies and things they needed. We salute Amazon. They're doing the same thing. So now, don't forget, education and training is a major part of what the VA actually offers to all of our soldiers, whether active, and especially those who are now returning and getting out of the military and becoming a better part of this society because of what they learned and what they bring back. The way to do that, of course, is education and training. Go to chooseva.com and look up education and training. I think it will make a difference. And a lot of our veterans who've come back to the same old jobs are not as enthusiastic about them as we once were. So we're saying education and training can reignite your passion for something new. So don't forget, education and training, very, very, very important for our veterans. And all you employers who do want to get a good employee, but things have changed, be willing to go ahead and help them with that education and training as they advance themselves to come on board, back again, or new again. It makes a difference. And we want to say all of this is at your service. Now, if we want to take a moment and take a brief section, take a deep breath, a little exercise won't hurt. Career and employment. You know the careers nowadays vary, and you can still be a production manager. You can still be an operations manager, even at your fast food restaurants. All of them need them. You can still be a district job manager. It doesn't take much to flip a burger, but it does take much to flip it for hours and hours and hours. Special career. Employment. The word employment implies that you can have a job, they will train you, and they will work with you to keep that job. In this modern industry, it seems to be that everybody who used to get one job ends up at the end of their life with a gold watch and a pension. Now are lucky if they come out with 7 jobs. The average person from 19 to 60 or 70 years old, ready for 20, 30, 40-year employment. Guess what? Basically, if you're not doing it for yourself, that entrepreneurship will rise. And a lot of it isn't just employment. But when you get employed, do the right thing. There's an old adage, always do your best. And for Providence, we'll take care of the rest. It still exists. Do a good job where you are. And look out for those companies who say, we support vets too. I don't want to give out any names, but I can give out the industries, airlines industry. We especially know that that industry is up and down, but they're constantly looking for employees. The insurance industry, always looking for fresh new employees. And don't forget retail. Now, retail changes. We remember when everything got to be a mall. Well, malls are kind of fading away. Itself is always looking for young, vibrant employees. Most of the retail industry recommends, please, if you're a veteran, stand up. Don't forget to identify yourself as a veteran. Talk a little bit about what your deployment was or how you served so that they can better approach how they want to put you to work. That means that you will be able to stay on that retail job a lot longer. Everybody doesn't need to start out in the warehouse. Everybody doesn't need to start out at the cash register. All of those jobs that are available, whether in between or directly related to what we just said, standing at the cash register, greeting customers, and being in the warehouse, those organizational skills that you gained in the military make it easier for your employer to do something for you in an area where you will feel happy. Maintenance jobs are good, but so are management. The 2 M's, retail, maintenance, and management. Choose one of those 2, get trained, and go ahead and look for that job and that employment as you look further. Employment also means be direct. Know what you want. And we know that veterans give us that anytime we want to hire. So I'm telling everybody, if you're looking for employment and there are jobs everywhere, look at your veterans first, and your veterans will stand up and make you proud. Career is a little different than employment. And we want everybody to take time and tell us what your career goals will be. When you come into this job, when you come into this interview, make sure that you mention what your career goals are. It may not fit where you are, but most employers will find a place when you have a goal. Begin with your goals in mind. Begin with the end in mind. Know where you want to go so that will guide you to there. People who don't know where they want to go end up anywhere. And most of the time that ends up with 4, 5, 6 jobs and no career goal, and you bounce around and you don't gain everything you should. Let's remember, choose VA and look at careers and employment. Now, healthcare. This is something a little bit different than it was years ago, but it's back. Healthcare is number 1, not just in politics. We know that COVID-19 has awakened a monster in all of us. How do we better take care of ourselves? And I know the big thing was don't forget to wash your hands, carry some hand sanitizer, and all of that will work out. Well, where I grew up and where most of us grew up, you had to wash your hands anyway. more than one time a day. So let's instill that practice in our children and our upcoming generation, because mama, grandma, and usually a stick or a broom or a little switch made us know that. I'm glad that people are washing their hands more. Second thing is stay out of people's faces. Now, I know the mask is just a part of that. But when we grew up, boy, get out my face. That was a common subject. Stand back, look a person in the eye, talk clearly, but wear your mask in this day and time so that we know that we've done what we can. Of course, all we can to make sure that we start off with the health care that we were brought up with. Cleanliness, make your bed, put on your mask, go out the door, and stay out of people's faces, especially our veterans who are just getting back. We want you to know that we're here to protect you as well as us. Join the force and wear your mask. All those who don't believe in wearing the mask and think that they can do without it, that's your choice. That's your freedom. But step back when you talk to people and make sure you're taking care of everybody. VA provides world-class health care to eligible veterans. Learn more about the eligibility and apply for VA health care. When you go in and look for your thing that you want to do not be afraid of getting into the healthcare industry. Healthcare is in need of a lot of new people. A lot of our veterans who are coming back worked in different areas where they advocated healthcare or just medical services. Please join a hospital, VA hospital if possible, but any hospital, any clinic group, because you are especially a great attribute to this industry if you had any kind of medical experience coming out of any of the armed service groups, because we know that a lot of our local groups here have pushed healthcare for a long time. So we here in the Tampa Bay area, and of course the St. Petersburg area, have a lot of help because we've advocated that. And we want to salute all of us here who've done that. But don't be afraid to send some of us to another part of the state or to the country to help those out across the country. CDC can't do it all without help from veterans. So don't forget, healthcare, very important. Stay tuned. We'll be right back for a lot more. Choose
The
VA.
VA is wide-reaching. It's not just the veterans themselves. It's their families, children, anybody who was affected by their service.
It's really easy. People think it's hard to use the GI Bill in school, and it's not.
It's an earned benefit. That means because of your honorable service, you're eligible to be buried in one of the 131 national cemeteries that we have here in the United States, Puerto Rico, and in Hawaii.
I feel life insurance is one of the most important financial tools you can have.
Most loans require you to put a certain percentage down. Because of my service, that was my down payment.
Vocational rehabilitation is a program for veterans who have a certain percentage disability, and it's to train you to go back to work.
My dad is a recipient of a VA pension benefit to help with his health needs.
They helped me fill out the paperwork to get service connected, and once I got service connected, then my care is free.
The VA and the VA hospital system are among some of the best in the world.
Honestly, the VA saved my life, and they care.
All righty, we're back, and we're back on track. We love it. Every time we get on this radio station, we know how we appreciate it and how you're being heard. Now, listen for just a moment. The rest of this program, I'm going to try to cover as much as I can on housing assistance. You know, housing assistance is one of those subjects that has 2 or 3 areas. The first area is housing assistance for those who are new home buyers. You know, a new home buyer has a lot of things that they can get out of a special program that's been offered by the government for years. It means that you can possibly, as a veteran, not pay anything down, that your whole new home buying experience is wonderful. Those who have understood what a new home means, they are already getting ready to know what an appraisal means, to know why you kick all of the tires, the back door, the front door. As a new home, you're watching builders build it. So remember, do your own due diligence with your contractor. Do your own due diligence with the mortgage company that you're going to use to help you finance that. And all homes now basically come from manufactured homes. No matter what they say, very few homes are being made on an individual, one stick, one nail, one stone at a time. So watch out. Be sure that you're getting the home you want. Number two is the other subject when it says home assistance, housing assistance. Housing in this case means anything that's going to give you a roof over your head. That housing assistance program that is now with Choose VA is exceptionally good. It covers homeless people getting someplace to stay temporarily, homeless people getting someplace to stay permanently, and of all those homeless that are under the bridges or somewhere out in the open, get some kind of assistance to be there and make it more comfortable. Yes, you can get a tent now. Yes, you can get a small house now. Yes, you can even get a container home now. They've taken containers, turned them in some of the most wonderful little bitty places to rest your head. It doesn't mean you got a big something that you got to take care of a lot of. It means that you have a small place just for you so that you can be taken care of in a much better way. Everybody doesn't need to be under the bridge. And if you are and you want to be there, this is America. But at least let somebody get you a tent. Let's get you some help to make that place comfortable. Housing assistance. Most of it is finding a place that would accept you in your condition. Housing assistance. If you're a young family just coming back from deployment and you're trying to find some place to live outside the mother-in-law's home, outside your own mother's home, there is help in all of our community places. In St. Pete, it's Career Source. In Tampa, it's Career Source. They come by different names. I remember when it was WorkNet. But choose one of these agencies. And of course, you can always go to your Veterans Administration office, let them direct you. There's a wonderful place in St. Pete. I know they're all filled up and they have a long list coming. Duval Apartments. Find it. You can go to duval.com and they will talk about housing assistance the way they do it. There are several smaller groups that have now come together for the sole purpose of making rooms available for veterans, making small units available for veterans, and sometimes with another family. If you're single, you got one child, you're by yourself, maybe you have two children, and you only need transitional housing, call your VA. Choose VA. Let them direct you to one of these places. In the old days, it was the churches. In these days, the churches are still there. There are a lot of people who will open their arms for veterans. They're organized, usually under one of our VA housing assistance programs. So if you don't have a place in a big group, there is a small place, especially if you're right here in the St. Petersburg area. I want you to know that I'll be back here again on Saturday, 96.7, and we're going to cover life insurance, burials and memorials, pensions, and family members. VA is a choice. Let's make it yours. Good friends, do good music, and always stand up for our veterans. If you listen to them, they say we support vets too. 96.7 says we support vets too, as they always do. Sunshine as we go. If you're downtown, check us out. But remember, We do our best, pray for the rest, and let music carry us. This time, Can't Get You Off of My Mind, Clyde Sugar Bear Gambrell.
All I do all day long, girl.
I just can't get you off of my mind.
There's gotta be something to take the place.
I think about you all
always thinking about you all day, girl.
I just can't get you off of my mind.
You mean so much to me, baby.
I think about you.
So I decided to write this song and let you know how I feel about you, baby.
How do I talk to an angel? Someone so new and so fair. How do I tell you that I care for you? I love to play in your hair. Wanna let you know, baby, I just can't get you off of my mind. I'm thinking about you, baby. I think about you all of the time. I'm thinking about I just can't get you off of my mind. You, baby, 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 baby. I think about you all of the time. Sometimes I lay here at night. Oh, yes, I do. Thinking of holding your tight, baby, 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 baby. You're that special kind of girl, just for me. You've got the kind of love that I need. Oh, and I need you around every day. That way I know that you say, oh, my heart I give each time. Wanna swear to you right now. I swear I'll never leave you behind till you know.
You know, I sit here all night long, girl. And visions of you dance through my head. Oh, don't get me wrong, I'm not mad about it. It's just that I can still see you with your nightie standing between me and the lighting. Good God Almighty.
This month I've got all your bills, yeah. You just relax and chill. I fill the fridge up with plenty food. Yes, I did. Guess what? I'm gonna cook for you too. Tell you I just can't get you off of my mind. Just can't get you off my mind. I think about you all of the time. I just can't get you off of my mind. You mean so much to me, baby. Oh yeah. I think about you all of the time. I'm wishing you would get with me, get you off of my mind, so that we could be as one. Think about you all of the time. I'm wishing you would get with me, get you off of my mind, so that we
Rise and shine to Sunshine Radio 96.7, Saturday mornings. This is Voice for Veterans and the rest of us who say we support veterans too. News, commentary, information, education, music, and entertainment. new just for you. 96.7. Now, you've heard the rest. Stay tuned for the best. Rise and shine to Sunshine Radio and stay with us all day long.